Hello, boys and girls. For part of reading today, we're going to talk about something called prefixes. Now, we've talked about these before, so this is going to be a review for you, hopefully. So a prefix is a couple letters that you add to the beginning of a word to make a new word with a new meaning. All right, so the ones that we are going to focus on today are un, U-N, and re, R-E. Okay, so you might be thinking, oh, I kind of remember this because we did do it back in the classroom a couple times. So let's see if we can remember. So let's talk about the word usual. Usual. That's part of one of our vocab words this week, okay? We're going to make our vocab word in just a second. But the word usual, that means like something normal, something that typical, something that typically happens. That is something usual. But if we add the prefix un before usual, it becomes the word unusual. Okay? It becomes the word unusual. So it becomes a new word. It still has the base word usual, but now it has this prefix un. The prefix un means not. The prefix un means not. So, instead of it being usual, when you have just the word usual, it means this is typical, this is normal. Unusual means not usual, not typical, not normal. When you add the prefix un to a base word, we still have our base word usual, but when you add the prefix un, it changes, it becomes a whole new word, and it becomes the opposite. It becomes not usual. Okay? So let's think of another one. How about do, when you do something? Okay? D-O, do. If we add U-N, we get the word undo. Undo, which means the opposite of doing. So instead of doing something, you're not doing it, or you're even taking it apart. If you have to undo something, like if you tie your shoes, but then you have to undo the knot, that means you have to take the knot apart, right? So it's the opposite of doing. It's the opposite of doing. It's either taking it apart or not doing it. Okay? So, let's see. What about another one? How about real? Real. The word real. Okay? So when something is real, that means that it is something true. It's not something fake. But if you add un, you get the word unreal. Right? So let's see what we got with unreal. Let's underline that UN there. Unreal, which means not real or fake, because un means not, right? Let's write that up here so it helps us remember. Not. Un means not. So not usual. You're not doing it, or it's not real. Okay? Now let's take a look at re. Re, that's another prefix we're going to look at today, and you're going to look at it on a worksheet as well. Re means again. All right? We'll write that up here so we remember. Again. So, re means again. So when you add re to the beginning of a word, it means to do that thing again. So, if we use the word do, like we did over here when we said undo, if we make the word redo, if you redo something, that means you do it again. You do it again. Okay? That means you do something another time. You do it again. All right, how about relearn? All right, so our base word here is learn. Okay? That's a word all on its own. But if we add relearn, if we make it relearn, that's a whole new word, and it means to learn again. If you need to relearn something, it means you need to learn it again. You need to watch the lesson again. You need to do more research about it and relearn. Okay? So that's to learn again. And then one more. Make sure I fit it where we can see it. How about reread? Reread. That means read is our base word because it's a word all on its own. That means to read again. Re is again, so it's read again. Okay? So, prefixes, they go at the beginning of the word. They go at the beginning of the word, in case you didn't notice. They are at the beginning of the word, and they add to the word, and they change, it makes a whole new word, and it changes the meaning of the word. So you keep your base word in, right? Like we kept usual, we kept do and real, do over here again, learn and read. We kept all of those in there, but we just added to the word at the beginning to make a whole new word. All right, so that's prefixes. You are going to be working on a worksheet with those where you're going to add these prefixes, un and re, to the beginning of words. Now, remember, un means not, and re means again. All right, excellent work, boys and girls. Go ahead and get started on that worksheet.